Apparently, sometimes it happens. I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
I am ignorant to this particular topic.
Right.
But when it comes to peanuts, it is the one thing that for tens of thousands of years we can see people being allergic to peanuts. Like, this is not new. Peanut allergy is not new. It's on the rise,
Right.
but that one isn't new. People allergic to corn is new. People allergic to like avocados, asparagus, that stuff's new. And I'm like, where is this coming from?
Wow.
I don't know.
But the hunch is the splicing, the dicing,
I think there's something with, I think so.
the mixing and the twist.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. Have you tried any other like weird diets or
Yeah.
the diets that have names or things that you just
Yeah, the starving artist diet. I tried that, and it's pretty effective. And it's affordable too. Yeah, I tried that one.
You know what?
I'm good at that one. Every once in a while, I jump into that.
I want to say, just because I know the things I'm saying sound like unattainable for some people.
Right.
So, because I've been there where, like, I injured myself and I couldn't work. And I'm like, yo, I'm running out of food for money. I mean, money for food. Rice and beans are the cheapest per pound per calorie starchy food you can find. Cabbage is one of the cheapest per pound vegetables you can find. And bananas is the cheapest fruit. If ever you find yourself in a situation where you got like nothing, those 4 things, just keep buying them over and over and over again.
And you'll sustain yourself.
Well, you'll be great. Like, you'll still be healthy, but you're eating like the cheapest foods possible. And they're still very healthy. Everything I said is
Black beans?
Doesn't matter. Whatever beans you want. The cheapest ones are lentils.
Oh, lentils are really good.
And it's the cheapest of the legumes. So I would say lentils. Brown rice is cheaper than white rice, which is great. It's healthier. And it's healthier. So I'd get that. And bananas, please, they're plentiful. You get them everywhere. And honestly, you can like subsist on like half your day on bananas.
Wow.
You can, and be healthier for it. That's what's amazing. And be healthier for it. Like, oh shoot, I'm broke. I can't go to like these restaurants anymore. Oh, you about to be real healthy. You're gonna eat these bananas and these rice and beans.
Wow.
Thank me later.
Survival. It's about survival.
Survival and thriving. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. What? So people do the water. Just drink water all day.
Yes, that's great too. But not everyone should do it.
Really?
Yeah, it's dangerous. I mean, it can be for people who are maybe of a certain age and maybe of a certain health crisis. You maybe should be monitored. But there's places you can go for a real water fast where people do it for like 40 days. I mean, you can literally see tumors shrinking on a water fast, like every day, if you monitor it every day, especially if it's outside, like on your thyroid. So if you have a tumor on your thyroid that's visible, like that's easy because it's right here in your throat. And I've seen pictures, and like every day for like 30 days, it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Wow. Water fasts are incredibly healing. But if you have a real health challenge and you need to do a long-term water fast, go to a clinic. Go to a clinic that does it. I don't have a health crisis. I'm of a really good healthy age. I can do it at home. I've done a dry fast for almost 48 hours, which is no water, no nothing. It was tough, and I had to break it at right before 48 hours. But I did it because I injured my knee, and I was like, well, I don't have insurance. Let me do what I can. And yeah, within 24 hours of dry fasting, the pain stopped, which was nice. And then I was able to actually put pressure on it the next day. So I saw like really rapid healing in just that small window of not eating or drinking anything.
Which is interesting because the first thought is I need to eat so I could feed my cells and I could...
Here's the thing.
You know.
All the stuff that we're always eating is in us. If we don't eat for 3 days, our body still has food. 3 days is a great time. After 3 days, really becomes like something. But 3 days is a great time. Your body still has stuff it's feeding on. Like
You know, it reminds me of The Ring.
No, I don't watch fantasy movies.
It's a horror movie.
The Ring? Oh, The Ring! I'm thinking Lord of the Rings. Sorry.
And you know what? The snide way you said that.
I'm so sorry.
I don't watch fantasy stories.
Oh my God.
No, but it was interesting because
Terrible.
she survived in that well. Because you could survive 7 days
Yeah.
with just water.
Yeah. Easy.
But don't do that. No one's saying do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. But like, yeah, there's people who've gone into diabetic shocks or diabetic comas, and while in the hospital because they're out and they can't eat, their diabetes reverses in like 3 days, and they're like, oh, there's no blood sugar issue because you're not eating, so your body's metabolizing like the excess stuff that's around, the fat that's around.
Yeah, it's said that it's good because you're shocking the body. Also, you're resting.
Resting. That's why it's really good.
Yeah.
You're resting.
And something that you said before, your body's not working hard on
digesting, which
you
takes
gotta relax.
the most energy out of anything we do.
Wow.
Yeah. So you're resting, and so when you have things like endometriosis and fibromyalgia, and things are huge and chronic and like awful, it can be incredibly healing to do a guided, monitored water fast.
Guided monitor. Say it one more time.
Guided monitor.
Yeah, because I don't want anyone responding to this. You see what you did to Howie?
No.
Howie watched your show and heavens to Murgatroyd. Now he's got issues.
No, I'm definitely go and get it like guided and monitored. But there's been phenomenal healing on water fast, and honestly, I encourage anyone to do their research on people that actually have done it and see what diseases have been reversed just by water fast. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy.
And I would like to keep doing that, rating my kitchen, and you responding
absolutely.
to the stuff.
I will.
I will leave myself out there.
Yes. Someone has to.
Someone.
How else do we learn, right?
I want you to learn from my mistakes.
You fall on the sword.
Yeah.
For all humanity.
For all humanity.
Yeah.
And to live in internet land eternally.
It's going nowhere. That cloud exists.
Wow. Net neutrality is kind of...
Well, I don't know. California kind of overturned a little bit. That's a whole other story.
Yeah.
But it still
definitely
exists
is.
everywhere.
I'm super excited. So, in general, you're not against fasting. It could be a very healing,
in general, I
positive thing.
promote fasting.
You promote it.
Guided with a professional, long term. But everyone can do it like for like most of the day. That except people with blood sugar issues. But anyone can do it for most of the day. Like
sun up, sun down.
Basically, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. You don't eat till the sun comes up. Don't eat.
I know some people that do that, and people are looking at that funny. And I know it's for spiritual reasons, but there's a physical benefit.
Hello. I mean, the opposite. Most Muslims do it on during Ramadan.
Yep. So there you go.
And they fast during daylight hours, though.
Yeah. Still. Now dieting.
Is using fasting as a diet?
No. That's why I'm making it separate. Because we just talked about that, and I think we could do a whole different show just on that. Yeah. But specifically dieting.
Yes.
Are you pro-dieting? Or
I don't know what dieting means. What I do know is eating real food and eating healthy food, and that's all I can talk about.
Bam! Wow.
I don't do the whole calorie restriction stuff. Eat real stuff.
Someone asked me how much calories I intake or how much I weigh. I don't really pay attention to
I don't know any of that stuff. Yeah. And you know what else? While I was a personal trainer, I didn't monitor that stuff either. Okay. What I do is I eat abundantly what I want to. I eat scantily what I want to. Sometimes I'm just having 3 pieces for breakfast. Sometimes I'm having a huge 64-ounce green smoothie, though. It changes. Right. How do I feel? I have no idea what my calorie intake is on a day, but I do know what I am eating. And I mean fruits, vegetables, beans, rice, nuts, sometimes seeds, sometimes a little bit of oil, sometimes a little bit of processed sugar because, Still happens, you know? And I know what I eat, and that is what it is. It's not a diet. It is a way to live so that you have longevity and you can be here for the people that love you, and you have energy and you have mobility to do the things that you came here on this planet to do.
Bam!
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, that's it. No dieting.
No dieting.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
You know, and I do this as a profession too. Like, I'm a nutrition counselor, and I always say for people who are sick, because I've had people come to me and I'm like, I need to lose 30 pounds. I'm like, no, you don't want to pay for me to get you to lose 30 pounds, because I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you the healthiest way to eat and possibly lose 30 pounds from that, possibly not. But I do things so that your disease will go away, or your disease can be managed better. But just losing weight, go to Google for that. I'm not doing that.
Right.
I can
And then
tell
all
you how
you're
to
doing
eat
is
healthy.
starving the fat cells. So when you
You're
go
just
back
starving.
to eat the way you wanted to eat
That's the
before,
problem. I don't
they've
think
multiplied.
people don't understand that you can't do things like, oh, I'm just going to do this and then I'm going to be skinny the rest of my life when I go back to eating the way I used to eat. It doesn't work like that. You got to find a nice, healthy rhythm that gives you energy and longevity and freedom and good sleep and happiness, period. And how your body looks from that, I don't know. That's not my business. I just hope you're healthy.
Can you be vegan and overweight?
Yeah, there's tons. What?
How is that possible?
Yes, you can, because you still can overeat on junk food. The question should be, can you be vegan, eating only real foods and being overweight? It gets harder. That's harder to do. That's harder. It's still possible. It's still possible, but it's much harder.
Wait a minute. So that means,
Yes.
technically,
Yes.
if you're eating fruits and vegetables and nuts, and you're exercising,
Yes.
and you're getting the proper rest,
Yes.
and you're not squeezing junk food and not cheating here and there,
Yes.
and you're not overeating, technically, it's impossible to be overweight.
It's incredibly hard.
It's incredibly hard.
It's incredibly hard. I wouldn't say impossible.
You see how we reverse things there?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's incredibly hard. But if you eat junk food vegan and potato chips and pretzels and vegan ice cream and soy dogs and all that stuff, you can still be like regular weight, but yeah, you can be overweight. Yeah, there's lots of overweight vegans. I know a few. There's lots. You know, eating habits are still eating habits. Eating out all the time is still eating out all the time. You know what I'm saying? Eating things that are not real food.
Right.
I mean, the cookie with the cream in the middle, those are vegan.
They are.
Those are vegan. They're not made with any type of cream whatsoever. You want to eat a whole package of that, then you're vegan. You can still be overweight.
Were they always vegan, or they just
Always. They were always vegan.
on purpose? Or?
Nope. It just happened to be vegan.
Wow.
And so when vegan movements came out and they discovered, oh my God, these cookies are vegan, they went crazy. And so on almost any vegan page that are vegan for like animal welfare,
Right.
they're always like, oh, there's a new one out, it's red velvet type, and there's a mint one. Yeah, and I'm like, ugh.
Wow.
I'm not eating that. But yeah, it's incredibly hard to be overweight if you're eating real foods, all plants only. I mean, it's difficult. Your body's like trying not to let that happen. There's this vegan football player. He's not a football player anymore. But while he was playing football, he went vegan and got rid of his tendonitis and got rid of like, some other issues that he had. But he was, I think, a linebacker. He was a bigger guy. And what happened when he got off of all those animal products, it was just so hard for him to maintain his 300 pounds. That was his normal weight, 300 pounds. And that was a good weight for him to keep because of his position in football.
Right.
So he got healthier. Like all these issues went away. His bench press got higher and higher and higher. Like the heaviest his bench was before then, I might get this wrong, I can look it up. He's around the way, I see him every now and then. But his bench press was like 365 at the highest, which is huge, it's amazing.
Right.
But when he went vegan, he kept going higher and higher. He said I could never bench more than 365 until I went vegan, and he got as high as 415.
Wow.
Because his muscles had more recovery, they can get stronger faster. He didn't have tendonitis anymore in his elbows. That means he can lift more. all of this stuff. He had numbness before in his fingers that went away when he went vegan. But the problem was he had to eat so much more volume because there's so much less calories in plant food. So you can have a cube of cheese, which is like 100 calories in this little thing of cheese, but a whole plate of broccoli, which is the same amount of calories. You see? So when you take that out, you need more food. This is why it's hard to be overweight and eat real plant food.
So let's say in the reverse, because it's easy to go from I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight.
So I want to gain weight?
Yes. So what about an individual that they're changing their diet, but now it's like, I'm losing weight?
Like what I said before, I care about you being healthy. So I don't give too much of a boo-hoo. I want to be bigger. I'm like, oh, but you're running faster, you're sleeping better, and your body functions well, and your nutrients are up. Okay, but you want to be bigger. So this is what I want to say then, because I used to be a personal trainer. There are two things. If you really just want to be bigger.
You can look it right in here and say it.
There are two things that will allow you to gain weight.
Okay.
In the way that you want, meaning more muscle, right?
Okay.
Two things and two things only. You don't have to worry about protein. That's garbage.
That's gone.
It's calories, whatever the calories are. It's calories and weight-bearing activity. This is what makes you bigger. So either you need to eat more or you need to lift heavier. That's it.
So if you exercise, you'll get bigger. Even with
it
the
depends.
vegan.
If you lift heavy, you get more muscle. Let's be specific.
Okay.
Exercise
so it's not
needs-
reps. It's
Yeah, you'd probably want to do like 3 to 6 reps at most, but something that's so heavy that you feel like you can't even do that 6. Like you want to lift like that, and you have to lift in a certain way where you're doing like 6 to 10 sets of that stuff. Like getting bigger is difficult. Muscle, this is why bodybuilding is an amazing sport. It is hard to do. You're also going against what your body wants you to do. It is difficult to be there, to go there. So you can gain strength though. You can be incredibly skinny and really lift heavy and be thin and be stronger than people who are physically bigger. Because strength doesn't matter with size. Size is literally just lifting in a certain way and making sure you have enough calories that will actually grow your muscle to be in that size. Because if not, then you lose.
I threw a car across the street yesterday.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
I'm really proud of you.
I did.
A toy car? Yeah, so that's all you need. That's all you need so that everyone knows calories and weight-bearing activity. You can eat 10,000 pounds of potatoes, not 10,000 pounds, 10,000 calories of potatoes only, not suggesting it. But just to prove a point, 10,000 calories of potatoes every day, lift heavy, you get big.
Okay.
You don't need animal protein.
Say that
at
one
all.
more time.
10,000
10,000.
calories
10,000 calories
a day
a day.
of anything really.
And you'll get bigger.
Lifting heavy and you'll get bigger.
Okay.
But it's a sport. This is why the people who are professional bodybuilders, like it's an everyday thing. You see the meal preps. Like it is hard to get enough food. Even when you eat animal products, which have more calories, it's still difficult. That's why they have to meal prep. It's still difficult. So when you're on a plant-based diet, it's even harder because there's not as many calories in the same amount, but you're healthier. So, I mean, so if people want to get bigger, that's their own business.
Wow.
I just want people to be healthier.
Well, what about when people get older because you become shorter, you get thinner?
What about that? What about that?
I've seen people that want, again, I guess psychologically, they're seeing changes.
Yeah, you're going to see changes. We need to accept those changes. I think that's another human issue, though.
Okay.
We do change. Our faces change. Our ears grow our whole life. Our nose grow our whole life. Eventually, we're going to look in the mirror and the face won't be the same. That's just life. Eventually, our bodies change and it won't be the same. I don't think we need to lose as much height as we do. I think that's a product of our modern lifestyle. I don't think we're like that. But we need less and less food as we get older.
Okay.
And if you're going to pound yourself with more food when you're getting older, you're going to have some type of issues. It's just understanding things are changing and you need to adjust. It's like when I went to college and at the end of my freshman year, I did gain a lot of weight. Well, not a lot. I gained 10 pounds, whatever. But it was a lot for me because I was like athletic. I was on the dance team and all that stuff. So it was very visible.
Right.
And so I'm like, oh, I guess I can't eat pizza at 2 a.m. anymore. And I have to stop eating 2 trays of food from the cafeteria. So I changed. If you want to be resistant to change and still do the same things well, you're not going to get the results you want. You have to understand you just have to change. And then throughout the years, even as I have become plant-based, I still have to adjust the things I eat. Like, I can't gorge out the way I used to, or I can, but my body will change. So you just pick and choose what you want. Like,
What's worth it for you?
what is worth it for you? Sometimes you just have to change with it. And if you want to resist it, but then just see what it comes from resisting it. That's not my business. I just want you to be healthy.
Well, this is awesome. I think we could let this rock right there with the desire for you to be healthy.
Please.
So, again, give us that social media, lady.
Find me on Sam Eats Plants on Instagram. And I'm on Twitter, raising hell a little bit too.
Now, if they want you to guide them.
They can DM me, and then we can make an appointment.
Okay. Well, now, what about training? Do you still...
I personally don't, but just for myself, yes. But I don't train other individuals.
So they could hang out with you.
They could hang out
and
with
work
me in
out.
the gym. But I'll
You'll not
probably
be training them.
I'll probably leave them at some point because I am so serious and I get so zoned out. But yeah, they can come with me.
And that doesn't mean stalkers for the wrong reasons. You know who you are.
Yeah, please.
Stop it. I know what you was thinking. Stop it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For coming again.
Yes, you're welcome.
Foodcaster. Michael Seven Michael, and thank you for enjoying this. And hey, go outside, do something, and then get a piece of fruit. Enjoy the journey. Foodcaster. Take care.